I would say this film is about a woman who is ultimately a protector. I think that she is somebody who does what's right, even though it doesn't it's not obvious to everyone else what's right. And I think she's got a lot of moral conviction and she's protected a lot of people and it hasn't gone well for her. And she's constantly stepping into like more and more complicated situations. But the one true thing is when somebody's really in trouble, she's going to help them get out of it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a thriller straight through and through. Um, I think that the tone of the film, is certainly like from Paul and I's perspective, it's not a comedy. The tone of this movie is very serious. It is a straight thriller, but at the same time, Paul from day one has seen this as a Nancy Meyers movie gone wrong, and I think that's putting his mark on it tonally in a way that is really perfect. I think this whole film is subversive, even as a thriller. And I think that's what audiences love about the book and also love about the film is that, you think the story is one thing and the twists and turns keep on coming. And that's what makes it so entertaining to watch. So it's a very entertaining thriller. Paul and I have been looking to do a thriller for a while. Every year we talk about our favorite movies that have come out, and for a couple years running, Paul's favorite movies have been thrillers and horror movies, and I don't think people expect that from him. And I realized that he was sort of studying the genre as a director, and he was really ready to step into something that was more serious in tone and had those high stakes and had that thriller element to it. I think both working with Amanda and Sydney, they've been great collaborators and 360 collaborators, and that's how we like to work too. We like to make sure everybody's comfortable, and everybody's been so thoughtful about what goes into their costumes and wardrobe and the script, and it's just been a 360 collaboration, which is what I think will make a great movie out of this. Yeah, I mean, I think that you walk into a house thinking that Andrew and Nina are the perfect couple, and you start to realize that there's some tension there. I think you start to think that there will be a woman that comes between them, but it's so much deeper than that. And there's such a different history that you can never see coming. Our cinematographer, John Swartzman, is a longtime collaborator of Paul's. They actually went to film school together, and this is their first thriller together. And so, John and Paul have worked a lot on the language of the film. Again, like with the Nancy Meyers concept, that's a very bright, well decorated, everything has its place kind of concept. And that's how we shot the house to begin with. It's very bright and airy, and you're seeing a lot of wides. There's sort of nothing threatening about those rooms. You're taking in all the art and the beautiful details. But as we move through the film, they've been changing the sort of color texture, which I think is really beautiful to seem a bit colder, and the space doesn't feel very warm. It starts to feel like there's greater distances between people, and then also counter that with like smaller spaces and feeling sort of like caught in certain ways. And we've shot a couple of really incredible scenes in almost pure darkness as the film goes on. And so I think, the house starts out warm and bright and inviting, and it turns into that sort of creeping through the house at dark and at night and feeling terrified of what's around the corner. I think it's a thrilling, sexy, unexpected story, and even if you've read the books, I think you're really excited about the ride that you get to be on. It's all the twists and turns, it's all of it come to life, it's seeing those Easter egg moments and not knowing exactly what's gonna happen next and how it's gonna happen. That's so fun.